We have a tons of stories and update to get through today, my friends, so you can't afford to miss on this news. So guys, before you continue, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if it's your first time, and let us know in the comment down below how do you guys feel about it. Before we continue, guys, I want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you who've been subscribing to the channel. We've been growing crazy, and guys, let's get straight into it. I want to start by discussing Gittens of Borussia Dortmund, as it was reported today by Fabrizio Hawkins that Chelsea have put in a bid of 35 million euros, and then a few hours later that bid was rejected, and now Chelsea are trying to improve their next bid before the transfer window closes on Tuesday. Now, it will always going to happen, man. Dortmund evaluation is 60 million euros. Our first offer was 35 million euros. That is a 25 million euros evaluation. That's goddamn sick, man. What are we doing, man? If we want to sign a player, let's go and sign him. I can see why Dortmund, they will turn it down, because they have a Champions League football, and I think they're also participating in the Club World Cup, so they're not really in the rush of selling him. For me, I still think they're going to sell him for less than that 60 million euros. As we all know, it's going to happen, man. Our first bid was rejected, but we all have heard that we're going to come back to improve bid. I can really imagine that potentially add-ons that increase the value of this deal. Maybe we can put it from 40 to 45. Who knows? Who knows, man? For me, I think they can accept that 45 million euros for Gittens. I think for me, it will be the right one. For me, I think he can be bought for less. I think we can bynoe. They are close to Sasa Ninga, like Joe Bellingham from Sunderland. But the thing is, they need to fund that move to be able to buy that player. As we all know, Sunderland rejected their offer. But go back to Dortmund, man. This was a pure profit to them, man. It's almost as a puffer, because they signed him for free from City. When you got a pure profit of like this, man, you have to make sure you are getting him as much money as you can, man. For me, Borussia Dortmund is not dumb, man. As you can see how much money they sell for Joe Bellingham, and now for me, I think if you give them 45 million euros, Dortmund, they need to make sure they sign Bellingham before other clubs turn out and snatch him away, because that's how transfers works. This is how clubs are ruthless. This is how they move these days, man. So the pressure on Dortmund to sell him is gonna be a little bit high, man. As I was saying the first time, maybe they don't have to sell him, but if they wanna sign Joe Bellingham, they have to make sure they sell. So Chelsea. This guy, Chelsea have signed him on a 7-year contract. Yes, we already know Chelsea will never gonna sign a player for less than 5 years, 6 years. It's always gonna be 7, 8. So I already understand that, man. But Maresca wants to have certain players in terms of his style of play, and I think for me, this guy is gonna help us. And Maresca has been here for a year. He has survived the first year. Now he wants the 2 years success. He needs the support, and this is why the clubs have been moving in this way. Let's continue to watch this one. I will keep you guys updated on Gittens, because for me, if we sign him for less money than Dortmund wanted, if we sign him for more money than Dortmund wanted, I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, we have to make sure we're not letting any clubs bully us. We have to make sure we don't match their bid, the money they want. So if Gittens wants to sign for us, because as it was reported that he wants to sign for us, he's already to come to London. He wants to come back to England, because as you guys know, he's English and he wants to come back. He's been in Germany for so long now. For me, this guy, if you see his stats, and I was even seeing the stats of Pedro Neto, and like of Jadon Sancho, and him, he's far from him. That's Gittens of Borussia Dortmund, my friends. And now let's talk now on Rafael Leao. That's that out of the way, and now let's discuss some interesting reports. Players that I like, man. This player, I like him, is Rafael Leao, man. Listen, I've been saying Rafael Leao, for the money they're asking for, he's not that guy. But to start with the things, let's discuss this report, because at the moment we are learning that Rafael Leao does want out of Milan. He does want out, man. He doesn't want to be there anymore. As you've been seeing all your boys leaving, going to good leagues, going to the Premier League. Why would you want to stay, man? Because for me, I would say Milan have kind of fallen off because financially they are not good, man. Theo is going. Yes, Emmanuel have left. Renio and plus. But the thing is, as we have learned, he's been offered to Bayern Munich for 60 mil. No. Bayern Munich have offered 60 mil for Rafael Leao. But one of the things was revealed that the issue is that Coban wages are too high, man. Rafael Leao wages are so high, man, that nothing can happen there because AC Milan, they want to receive 70 million euros fixed fee and plus 25 in add-ons. Who is paying that much money? Because that one takes you to 95 million euros. That's too much money because so many clubs, they value him from 58 to 70 million pounds. Some people are between that fee. So for me at the moment, because Milan don't have so many legs to stand on financially, they can't afford to say no to so many clubs. This is the final ever window. They have to make sure they sell him so they can receive as much money as they can, because most of these clubs are not going to pay that much money. There ain't going to be some big market for him. That's definitely something we have to watch on with Rafael Leao. And guys, let us know in the comment down below, man. All of a sudden, all I keep hearing on Rafael Leao, all I keep hearing that he's washed, he's this and this. But for me, I don't think Rafael Leao is washed, man. I just want to be honest, man. He does not track back. But one thing I can say is true. He does not track back, but the people keep saying like his pressing is not good. I think for me, people, they want him to be a kind of Gallagher. What if I told you that if this guy is scoring consistently for us, putting the ball on the back of the net, he's winning games for us, he doesn't need to track back, man. I don't ever care attackers tracking back. Maybe you need to help. Do you understand how this guy affect the game for Milan in the final 15 to 20 minutes for Milan? Why do you think that's the case, man? Let's go and sign Rafael Leao. If we cannot afford Rodrigo, we cannot afford Admena Lukman, let's go and sign Rodrigo and bring him here. No, Rafael Leao and bring him, because he's going to help us in that final third. He's going to score goals for us. That's what I think, man. Listen, man, I don't know that much because this season he have had 10 goals and 8 assists in a Serie A, contributing of 18 goals this season. All the assists and goals, I think for me, they are normally, all the assists and all his goals, they're normally opening games, man. He normally score goals. If you can, this guy playing for Portugal, he's a different type of player, and I know we've not been watching him this season. He's been a little bit lower than normally other seasons. So guys, for me, Rafael is one of the hardest wingers in the world. He's in top 10 wingers in the world for me, for that goal output. That's what I think, because the contribution he been giving on that Milan team, that average team, is not good enough. And that's why for me, I think he's going to go. He can dribble with 2 feet, acceleration. This is a world-class winger, man. But for me, he's been so crazy that he's been reduced to this player, a player who does not work hard, a player who's not good enough. I don't want to say that. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, man, how you guys feel about Rafael Leao. Would you want to get him? And now, with Hugo Ekitike, I suggest you guys watch my big update yesterday or the day before, because I've been talking about this guy almost every 2 days because there's been so much surrounding this deal. To move on, I want to talk about Fabrice Hawkins' tweet. We still considering it means like carry in the sentence, man. We are not done with him yet. Maybe it may happen, it may not happen, because I have my own personal opinions on Hugo Ekitike, man. But for me, the one thing I can say is, man, Chelsea are not going to pay the 100 million euros they want. But to continue with Fabrice Hawkins, nothing has been broken off yet. The deal is not done yet. The main thing is Frankfurt, they still want the 100 million euros. They are not budging. They have UCL. So Ekitike, he would like to come to Chelsea. He would like to sign for a better club. But he's not going to force the move. If you want him, you have to make sure you satisfy Frankfurt with the deal, with the money they want. He's happy to stay another year at Frankfurt because he has Champions League, because he knows his options are going to be more in the future. But that's it for the situation for me, man. I feel more context with this player, man. I wanna sign this player. I want him. He's a good player, man. Maybe there is another potential avenues on this player. maybe there are any other players we can sign out there and come and fill up that position, because I've been told you guys and I'll keep saying it, we need 2 strikers going into next season, man. Delap and Nico Jackson is good enough for this tournament, but going into the league and going into the Champions is going to be a problem. And going back to the Club World Cup, the knockout rounds is going to be tough. That's where we need another striker, because for me into the group stage is going to be easy, but the knockout round is going to be tough. So we have to observe the market. We need some experience, man. We need more experience in this team. And I'm not saying our squad is not experienced, man, because we've been fantastic all season. This thing is being confirmed by so big media groups that Chelsea wants to sign him, man. If we go back for Ekitike, it's gonna be more of, I don't wanna say last resort option, but it's going to be essentially, okay, we have scattered the market, and now for me, I think it's still more expensive. It's still a lot of money, man. So if we can just strike this deal and finish with it, and let's go to the Club World Cup already. And I am tired of this thing of dilly-dallying on the stuff. For me, I'd rather just go and sign him, because Chelsea value him at 80 million euros. Of course, Frankfurt, they value him at 84 million euros. This kid, for me, as I was been hearing, that if it's your first time on the channel, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and like, and take care of yourself and God bless you.